Rachel Zegler is seething with anger towards Disney, and her frustration stems from a jaw-dropping decision that has not only canceled a single project, but a staggering 12 upcoming Snow White-related initiatives. This is not merely a matter of a few disrupted events or missed opportunities. It represents a colossal financial blow and the potential collapse of her Disney career. But what exactly led to this drastic action by Disney? What were the terms of Zegler's contract, and why is she now mobilizing a legal team to contest these developments? Let's delve into the intense disputes, the backstage drama, and explore whether this could be Rachel Zegler's final showdown with the entertainment giant. Disney is currently embroiled in a tumultuous period across all its divisions, from Pixar and Lucasfilm to Marvel Studios. The company's ongoing difficulties are attributed to several factors, including cost-cutting measures instigated by CEO Bob Chapek and his broader strategic shifts. These changes have created a ripple effect throughout the company, resulting in a state of unpredictability as Disney attempts to maneuver through continuous restructuring and strategic pivots. One of the most significant casualties of this upheaval has been the Snow White 2025 project. The film, which had already stirred considerable controversy from the moment its trailer was unveiled at the D23 Expo, has been at the center of a storm of criticism. Much like the backlash faced by The Acolyte, the film's reception quickly soured, plunging the project into controversy. This growing wave of negativity has had a profound impact on actress Rachel Zegler, positioning her as the focal point of the debate and leading to severe consequences both personally and professionally. The core of the problem lies in Disney's approach to handling its properties and the audience's reaction to these changes. The company's recent shift away from creating content that resonates with the general audience's desire for pure, unadulterated entertainment has sparked discontent. Critics argue that Disney's current strategy, which often integrates overt social and political messages, has alienated a significant portion of its traditional fan base. Rachel Zegler, who is set to play a pivotal role in the Snow White reboot, found herself ensnared in the fallout. The abrupt cancellation of 12 Snow White projects is a staggering blow that extends far beyond mere project delays. It's a financial disaster that affects multiple stakeholders, including Zegler herself, whose career at Disney now hangs in the balance. The actress is reportedly assembling a legal team to address the fallout from this decision, challenging the terms of her contract and seeking compensation for the substantial losses incurred. The contract details between Zegler and Disney are central to understanding the gravity of the situation. Typically, such contracts include stipulations about the number of projects and the financial implications of cancellations. With 12 projects axed, Zegler's legal team is likely examining these terms closely to determine the extent of Disney's liability and the potential damages owed to the actress. As Disney struggles to regain its footing, the Snow White debacle highlights a broader issue within the company. The entertainment giant's efforts to realign its brand and content strategies in response to changing market dynamics and audience expectations have resulted in a series of missteps. The current era of Disney appears to be marked by inconsistency and a failure to connect with viewers in the way that once defined the company's success. In this fraught environment, Rachel Zegler's legal battle against Disney could mark a pivotal moment in her career and in Disney's approach to handling high-profile projects and talent relationships. The outcome of this dispute will likely have lasting implications for both parties. For Zegler, this may be a final confrontation with the studio that shaped much of her recent work. For Disney, it represents another critical test in its effort to navigate through a period of significant transformation and uncertainty. As the situation continues to unfold, industry watchers and fans alike will be keenly observing the developments in this high-stakes drama. The resolution of Zegler's legal challenge could very well influence the future trajectory of Disney's content strategy and its relationships with the talent that drives its most ambitious projects. The disconnect between Disney and its core audience has become increasingly apparent, with one of the most notable casualties being the Snow White franchise. This situation is particularly significant for CEO Bob Iger, who is poised to retire by 2026. Unfortunately for Iger, his final years at the helm of Disney have been marred by considerable backlash, partly stemming from his controversial decision to overhaul the franchise. Central to this upheaval is actress Rachel Zegler, who is now vocally challenging Disney following the unexpected cancellation of multiple Snow White sequels. The abrupt halt to the Snow White franchise has not only shocked fans, but has also been a devastating blow to Zegler. Disney had ambitious plans for the Snow White series, envisioning a multi-film franchise that would include not just one, but a trilogy of sequels. These films were set to expand on the storylines introduced in previous remakes and side stories, forming a crucial component of Disney's live-action slate over the next 5 to 7 years. The franchise was expected to be a significant driver of content and revenue for the studio. However, recent decisions by Bob Iger and Disney executives have abruptly derailed these plans. The studio has scrapped all 12 planned Snow White sequels, eliminating any chance for the continuation of the story or Zegler's involvement in future projects. This move has had far-reaching repercussions, impacting not only the franchise but also Zegler's career, which had been closely tied to the success and expansion of these films. Zegler's reaction to the cancellations has been one of profound frustration. Reports indicate that she is now assembling a legal team to address the situation. Her legal challenge is grounded in two primary grievances. First, the actress was reportedly dismissed from several Disney projects, both live-action and animated, without prior notice or explanation. Second, Zegler claims that the Snow White films were a significant part of her contract with Disney. The sudden and unexplained cancellation of these projects has left her with a sense of betrayal and a loss of expected career opportunities. The situation is further complicated by the broader context of Disney's recent struggles. The company's efforts to realign its content and strategy in response to shifting audience preferences and market pressures have led to inconsistent and often controversial decisions. This realignment has alienated some of Disney's traditional fan base, who feel that the company has lost touch with its core audience. The decision to cancel the Snow White sequels, in particular, appears to be a symptom of this disconnect, as it undermines a franchise that had the potential to be a cornerstone of Disney's live-action slate. As Disney navigates through this turbulent period, Zegler's legal battle could become a significant test of the company's handling of talent relationships and project commitments. The outcome of her challenge may not only affect her career but also set a precedent for how Disney addresses similar disputes in the future. In summary, the abrupt cancellation of the Snow White sequels has caused a ripple effect, deeply impacting both the franchise and actress Rachel Zegler. With Disney's recent strategic shifts and the studio's struggle to reconnect with its audience, the legal and professional fallout from this decision could have lasting implications for all parties involved. As Zegler prepares for her legal confrontation with Disney, the industry will be closely watching to see how this high-stakes drama unfolds and what it means for the future of Disney's content and talent relations. Despite Rachel Zegler's assertions that the Snow White films were a contractual obligation, Disney executives have emphasized that these projects were never guaranteed, even though they had previously been approved. This situation mirrors a pattern of controversy within Disney, reminiscent of the drama surrounding The Acolyte and its abrupt cancellation of the second season. The internal discord at Lucasfilm, particularly between key figures like Leslie Headland and Kathleen Kennedy, illustrates a broader trend of disputes stemming from sudden project halts. Zegler's situation took a dramatic turn when reports emerged of intense confrontations between her and Disney executives during a remote meeting. The heated arguments reportedly had a significant impact on the company, escalating tensions and leading to Disney's decision to distance Zegler from promotional activities related to the Snow White 2025 film. This distancing marks the end of her involvement with the project, which will now be her final appearance with Disney. The Snow White franchise had been envisioned as a major undertaking for Disney, with plans for a series of sequels that included ambitious storylines. One of the planned sequels was set to feature Gal Gadot reprising her role as the Evil Queen, adding to the film's allure. However, Gadot's decision to opt out further complicated the future of the sequels, leaving Disney with a significant setback in their strategy. The complexities surrounding the Snow White films extend beyond Zegler's contract and Gadot's departure. The sequels were meant to build on the success of the original film, delving deeper into the story and introducing dramatic twists. These storylines included a dramatic narrative arc featuring the Evil Queen, which was intended to be a focal point of the sequels. With the abrupt cancellation of the sequels, Disney has lost not only a potential revenue stream but also a significant creative direction that could have revitalized the franchise. The cancellation of the Snow White projects reflects broader challenges faced by Disney as it navigates through a period of significant change. The company's recent decisions have been characterized by a series of abrupt shifts and cancellations, resulting in a turbulent environment for both talent and fans. This pattern of instability has contributed to a sense of disconnection between Disney and its core audience, as well as strained relationships with key contributors. As Disney grapples with these issues, The outcome of Zegler's legal challenge could set a precedent for how the studio handles similar disputes in the future. The situation underscores the delicate balance between contractual obligations and creative uncertainties in the entertainment industry. The broader implications of this case may influence how Disney approaches its projects and manages its relationships with talent moving forward. The final film in the Snow White franchise was poised to delve into a dramatic storyline centered around the evil queen's brother, who sought revenge against Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This installment was also set to introduce a new prince character, inspired by the film Happily Ever After. However, these ambitious plans were abruptly derailed by two major factors: the severe backlash against the 2025 Snow White trailer and Gal Gadot's decision to withdraw from the first sequel. Gadot's departure set off a chain reaction that ultimately led to the cancellation of the entire trilogy. In response to these setbacks, Disney is now turning its attention to reviving the Lion King franchise with a fresh approach. Instead of a linear trilogy, Disney plans to produce 3 interconnected films that explore various aspects of the Lion King story, moving back and forth through different points in the timeline. The first of these films, Mufasa, is slated for release this year and will serve as the initial entry in this new series. A second film will focus on Scar, scheduled for release in 2027, and will be set after the events of the 2019 Lion King remake. This new strategy reflects Disney's desire to diversify its approach and avoid repeating the mistakes made with The Little Mermaid sequel, which was scrapped due to strong negative feedback and financial losses. The budget for The Little Mermaid sequel ended up being much higher than originally projected, contributing to its financial failure and eventual cancellation. Disney's revised approach with The Lion King aims to capitalize on the franchise's potential by exploring different narrative angles and avoiding a rigid trilogy format. This shift indicates Disney's intention to learn from past experiences and to invest in a strategy that might better align with audience expectations and market demands. The hope is that by adopting a more flexible and innovative storytelling method, Disney can achieve success where previous attempts fell short. In summary, while the Snow White franchise faced significant challenges and ultimately led to the cancellation of its planned sequels, Disney is now redirecting its efforts towards The Lion King. By introducing a non-linear film series and exploring new facets of the story, Disney seeks to mitigate past mistakes and reinvigorate its approach to beloved franchises. In the wake of the abrupt cancellation of the Snow White sequels, Rachel Zegler is vigorously advocating for Disney executives to revive these projects. She asserts that the films were integral to her contract and represents a significant financial opportunity for her, potentially worth millions. These sequels were not just a substantial monetary gain, but also a pivotal career milestone for Zegler within Disney, making the sudden end of her involvement particularly disheartening. Zegler views these films as crucial to her career trajectory. Much like Amanda Sterling's past efforts to secure major opportunities, or Brian Larson and Tatiana Maslany's endeavors in their respective fields, her attempts to save these projects have, unfortunately, faced substantial setbacks, largely due to Bob Iger's strategic choices and the unwavering stance of Disney executives. The company is steadfastly committed to its current agenda and maintaining positive relations with influential shareholders like BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, who have significant sway over Disney's direction. These major shareholders have aligned themselves with the current ideological shift within Disney, influencing the studio's decisions even at the cost of shelving promising projects like the Snow White sequels. The films spent months in a state of uncertainty before their official cancellation, underscoring the difficulties Disney faces in advancing its plans and the impact of shareholder influence on its decision-making process. The cancellation of the Snow White sequels is a significant blow for Rachel Zegler, who had high hopes for the project. Her response has been to pursue legal action as she seeks redress for the abrupt termination of what she viewed as crucial career opportunities. This situation mirrors the fate of the second season of The Acolyte, which was also scrapped, highlighting a troubling trend within Disney of canceling projects amid shifting strategic priorities. It's intriguing to speculate on the potential impact if Disney had proceeded with all 12 planned Snow White films. Imagine a franchise with such a lengthy slate. Would audiences have been eager to watch all of them? Even with just 2 additional sequels, a Snow White marathon featuring Zegler in the lead would have been a considerable commitment for viewers. The concept of binge-watching 3 Snow White movies in a row is both fascinating and daunting, raising questions about audience engagement with an extended franchise. As we ponder what might have been. It's clear that the cancellation of the Snow White sequels has left many wondering about the missed potential. If you enjoyed this discussion and want to share your thoughts on the hypothetical Snow White marathon or any related topics, please leave your comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more updates, and thank you for tuning in.